Okay, okay, okay. I love you, America. I love you, Marriott. I love you, Marriott.
Hi Taylor, how are
Hi,
you?
Oscar. Hi.
Thanks for coming.
My pleasure.
I want to ask you something about business culture. The difference between the business culture between America and the Netherlands. You are living now for 20 years.
Yeah, almost
here
20 years,
in
right.
the Netherlands. And you lived in?
I lived in the United States for the first, well, most of my life, really. Because now I'm an old lady.
You're not looking like one.
And you want to know, I never really worked in the business world, per se, in the United States, but I did work a lot in the United States. And I think that, you know, certainly I know a lot of people who work in the business culture in the United States. And I guess what I'd like to say, first of all, is I think that the business culture in the United States is extremely competitive. I know at least people that work in big corporations, it's extremely competitive. All the things you hear about, you know, people stabbing each other in the back, that is true, always with a smile. Whether or not that happens in the Netherlands, I don't know. I think, but my guess is, my feeling is that it's less so here than it is there. The other thing is that one of the big things I've noticed is that people tend to, that's the negative, what I've just said is kind of the negative side of American business.
Yeah.
On the other hand, one of the big differences I've noticed personally is the way in which management works in the United States is quite different, I think, than here. And what I mean by that is I think that in the United States you get a lot more positive feedback as well. You know, people say that their, you know, management is really hard and really, you know, very demanding. That's true.
Yeah.
But when you come to something like performance evaluation, like een functioneringsgesprek, zeg maar, what I've noticed here is that it's very difficult for management to give any kind of a positive feedback. It seems to me that they focus almost always on the things that aren't good. And that's very frustrating, I think, for people in the business world or certainly in any kind of a working situation. You need to hear things you do well as well.
Yeah, did you have any experience like that?
Yeah, well, how I know is when I first came to Holland and I started working in an organization. I was a social worker then, and you know, went for my first couple of evaluations, and I thought I must be doing a terrible job because the only thing this person says to me is what I do wrong, or what I could do better, or, you know, okay, that's feedback, but there was never any real feeling that there was something good about it, and that was very difficult for me to understand. And I said that to this person, and she said, well, that's just how we work here in Holland. Well, I don't think that's entirely true, but I've heard it from other people coming from other countries that they find that, you know, there tends to be a focus on that sort of nuchtere Hollanders. Wij gaan gewoon echt eerlijk, recht voor de raap, alles zeggen. And that can sometimes be kind of a negative thing because it's not very tactful sometimes, niet genuanceerd.
Depends on people
Yeah.
about it, yeah.
And people tend to be minder genuanceerd in Holland than I would say than in the United States. Of course, other people say in the United States people are too friendly and too nice, and well, you know, maybe that's true. I don't know, but that's not been my experience really.
Okay.
So yeah. Otherwise, of course, the United States. A big part of the difference is that people in the United States have very little vacation, and I think that makes it really difficult for people to remain positive and have enough energy to keep doing their work.
Yeah.
And vacation time, we have a lot of vacation time here in Holland, but it's also a good motivator. It makes people think, well, you know, well, just a few more weeks and then we have a break, or we can always plan something nice for the summer. It gives people a feeling that they have something to look forward to.
But what can I do? Sometimes.
What can I do? Sometimes.
But what can I do? Sometimes.